Man, this was quite satisfying. Amazing Spider-Man 1 through 100, all right here, all in one place, all CGC graded, and it's really cool to see. You're going to enjoy this video, and I just want to take a brief moment to reflect on some really interesting points of discussion that came up from this collection. The collector reached out to me and said, man, the weirdest thing just happened. I finally completed my run of ASM 1 through 100. I've been working on it for years, and as the moment that I got the final piece to it, I had this overwhelming desire to sell it all. He just stopped really caring about that goal of 1 through 100. And there's all different types of collectors that I've come across over the years, and there's some that are completionists that are happy as clams with their complete run and will take them to the grave with them, or as close as possible to that. And there's other people that complete a collecting goal and have this reaction where they just want to pivot and move on and do something else. And I think that, you know, it's a very personal journey, and what it comes down to with collecting comics is the joy is in the journey and not the destination. And I just want to say that my advice is, if you're not enjoying yourself, that maybe you should reflect and see why you're not getting as much joy as you used to or whatever, and be flexible enough to switch gears. If you're halfway through a goal but you just don't care about it anymore, just pivot. You know, my collecting journey has been full of pivots. I started with one thing and I've pivoted so many different times. It's almost like catch and release. Like a really strong correlation between fly fishing and catch and release, where you spend all this money on gear and time and energy, and you stand out in a cold river or sit in a windy boat just to catch this fish, take a picture with it, and then release it back into the wild. A lot of us do that with comic books, and I think it's fine because there's an entertainment value here too. So with fly fishing, catch and release, or with, you know, buying and selling comic books, as long as you're enjoying them, there's an entertainment value that you got out of it. It's not just the price you bought it at and the price you sold it at. There's also value in there for entertainment. The only correct way to collect comics is if you're enjoying yourself. There's many different ways to do that, different series to collect, different ways to collect, just the keys, only complete runs, only story arcs, whatever, you name it. It's all good as long as you're enjoying yourself. So I am always buying. I'm paying really, really good prices right now. So if you're looking to sell, there's contact info down below and I can shoot you an offer. I paid about $19,500 for all of these, and I covered all the shipping. Everything was smooth sailing, no damages in shipping, no nothing. Very specific instructions on how to completely avoid damages in shipping large quantities of books. So I paid $19,500 plus all that other stuff, and I think I'll probably sell them for around $24,000, $25,000 when it's all said and done. Maybe a little less once you factor in fees. But it's just super cool to see all these ASMs right here. Let's check them out. All right, so we're gonna start at 100 here. Most of these have the custom Spidey over NYC label, which is really, really cool to see. And they also all came in really nice, perfect Mylars. I think that's a nice touch when you have a collection like this, is, you know, continuity and congruity and stuff like that. So anyways, ASM number 100 in a 9.0 with white pages. This one is a really beautiful copy. I had to take a closer look. There's just a little crease right there that like totally blends in with these white sketch type things on the cover, so it looks absolutely gorgeous. So since we're starting at 100, there's mostly John Romita covers, and you've got ASM number 99. I've always loved this cover. 98. This is the drug story that was not approved by the Comics Code Authority. So the Comics Code Authority is this little emblem right here, and there was 3 issues, 98, 97, and 96, which dealt with drug use, and they didn't approve it, which is silly because it's a good public service announcement about drugs. But anyways, a very interesting part and some really cool covers as well from John Romita for 98 drug story, 97 drug story. As you can see, still no Comics Code Authority, and then this is the start of that story here with number 96. Here's 95 in a 1.5. I would imagine that he did not expect this to come back a 1.5. I would have to check the graders notes. There's probably something major about this to get it to a 1.5. Maybe there's a big piece missing or something inside, and instead of having it qualified, it just got a lower grade. I'll have to look it up and put on the screen. That's very interesting there. Amazing Spider-Man number 94 in a 4.5. Number 93 in an 8.0. Number 92 in a 3.5. Awesome to see Iceman crossover. 91 in a 9.0. And this is a very cool story arc here with where it's the funeral of Captain Stacy. So here's the death of Captain Stacy. Absolutely epic book. Really cool cover. 9.0 white. Number 89 in a 5.0. Here's 88 in a 5.5. 87. I absolutely love this cover. I just think it is framed really well. Really cool John Romita cover. Number 86. I love this key. It's the first skin-tight costume for Black Widow. Amazing Spider-Man 85 in a 6.5 white. Awesome Kingpin cover. 84 in an 8.0. John Romita did a ton of covers for Amazing Spider-Man. Here's number 83 in a 6.5. Number 82, I think this is an awesome, awesome cover. Very affordable book. 81 in an 8.0. This is the first appearance of the Kangaroo. Number 80 in a 6.5. Number 79. Number 78, 6.5 white, the first appearance of the Prowler. 77 in a 6.5. And 76 in a 6.5. I think there's actually only like 4 books in this whole run that are valued at over $1,000. Let's see if I can remember which ones. Now, leave a note in the comments what you think the absolute best cover is from this entire run, 1 through 100. This is a contender for me. I don't know, I would probably have like 3 that I thought all were about the same, and this one is definitely one of my favorites from the run 1 through 100. 74, now we're getting into the 12-cent issues. Still John Romita on the covers. 73, 72, 71, 70. This is, I've always loved this cover. 69, awesome Kingpin cover. 68. I have a little sticky on here because there was a tiny side edge crack on this one. This is a really cool cover, 12 center. 67. Awesome Mysterio cover, very affordable compared to like the major Mysterio keys in 66. 65. 64, an awesome Vulture cover, which is also very affordable in any grade, really. And 63. Very affordable Medusa cover for 62. 61, first cover appearance of Gwen Stacy, which leaves something to be desired. Here's number 60, an awesome Kingpin cover. This is the first cover appearance of Mary Jane, which is actually a really awesome cover. I love that key. Number 58 in a 4/5, 57, 56. This is definitely a contender for one of the best covers of the run. 55. Definitely not the best, but it's up there. 54. 53. 52. This is a great cover. When you have this, the John Romita water covers are all really, really cool, in my opinion. 50. So this is the third appearance of Kingpin. This is the second appearance of Kingpin and the first cover appearance of Kingpin in 51. And this is definitely one of the top 3 contenders for maybe the best cover of the run. Leave a note down below. What do you think? Amazing Spider-Man number 50, this John Romita, first appearance of the Kingpin. Number 49, number 48, number 47, awesome Craven cover. Number 46, origin and first appearance of the Shocker. 45, awesome Lizard cover, one of the more affordable Lizard covers compared to his major keys. This one's even better though. 44, second appearance of the Lizard. 43, I believe this is the second or third appearance of the Rhino. 42 and 41, the first appearance of the Rhino. I absolutely loved his portrayal in the movie. I think that they did a really good job with that. And here's another contender for top 3 Spidey covers in the first 100 issues. The Origin of the Green Goblin in this John Romita ASM 40. 39, this is also a really good cover. And now we're switching to Ditko. So this is the last Ditko cover on the run. And it's a great cover at that. I absolutely love that cover by Steve Ditko. Here's number 37, the first appearance of Norman Osborn. Here's number 36. Number 35, Molten Man cover. Number 34. And here's the Ditko water cover, which is up there. Man, this is just a really sweet cover by Steve Ditko, Amazing Spider-Man 33. Here's 32, the second appearance of Dr. Kurt Connors. 31, one of my favorite keys because it introduces my girl, Gwen. First appearance of Gwen Stacy. Amazing Spider-Man 30, this is the first appearance of the Cat Burglar. Obviously a very inspired character, obvious influences from Catwoman and then Black Cat influenced by this one. Amazing Spider-Man number 29. 28, this is a great cover. I love, this cover is so difficult to get in super high grade because it's all black. And there's the use of negative space with it. It's just really, really cool. Very unique for its time. Amazing Spider-Man number 27. And number 26, the first appearance of Crime Master. And I've always loved this little Green Goblin up here. Like, this cover art is really cool. All right, so now we're getting into the first 25 issues. I can feel my heart rate picking up a little bit. Amazing Spider-Man number 25, 24, 23, 22. This is the first appearance of Princess Python. 21. Look at the colors on this one. I mean, they're just jumping off the page. Remarkable. This one, you could just tell there's definitely a different color strike on this issue. This is a really nice copy. 20, the first appearance and origin of Scorpion. 19, this is a great cover here. 18, one of the first slabs I ever bought. I think mine was a 5.5. First appearance of Ned Leeds. 17, this is the return of the Green Goblin. 16, the first Daredevil Spidey crossover. 15, the first appearance of Kraven. 14, the first appearance of the Green Goblin. So this is one of the only books in this particular set that's over $1,000. And that's a really interesting point about all of this too is, you know, depending on the grade, ASM 1 through 100 could cost you $10 million if you got all the single highest graded, or you can get the whole thing for under $20,000 if you got all really low grade stuff. So it's an interesting thing to consider about collecting as well as, you know, what value do you need to have. ASM 13, the origin and first appearance of Mysterio. Number 12. And we have a brand new giveaway this month. If you subscribe, comment, and like this video, you're entered to win this brand new giveaway. And we also have a giveaway every single month at brycecomics.com if you sign up for that newsletter. While you're there, and it's also where you get first notification of books like this when they come through. I'm not sure when this video is going to post, but you can check the website for availability and pricing of everything in this video. ASM 10, the first appearance of the Big Man. Here's number 9. We're sub 10. Origin and first appearance of Electro. Number 8, awesome Human Torch cover. Number 7, the second appearance of the Vulture. Number 6, the origin and first appearance of the Lizard. 4.5, nice grade on that one. And ASM 5, the first Doctor Doom appearance outside of the Fantastic Four. Number 4 in a 3, I think this might be one of the other ones that's over $1,000, the origin and first appearance of Sandman. For whatever reason, I've always loved this cover, and it's mostly because I love the character. I know that the cover could actually be better, but for some reason, it doesn't bother me, the layout of it, because I love the character so much. Number 3, this is one that was over $1,000, I believe, first appearance of Doc Ock. Number 2 in a 3.5 with white pages, a nice little addition there for the first appearance of the Vulture. And number 1 in a 1.5, Amazing Spider-Man, number 1, the second appearance of Spider-Man and the first appearance of J. Jonah Jameson and the Chameleon, the first Fantastic Four crossover, and the origin of Spider-Man retold. Man, is this cool to see. ASM 1 through 100. That was insane. It's so cool to see them all right here. As part of me thinks 1 through 100 is cool, but why stop there? And then another part of me thinks, yeah, I definitely don't need all of them. Like maybe just the keys, or even with an Amazing Spider-Man run, maybe just the covers that you like. I mean, there's so many just awesome covers that aren't actually technically keys that are pretty affordable in the ASM run. Thanks for sticking with me to the end of the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.